Good morning, students. We're going to be doing weather. Let's look at the word study of weather. This is science worksheet number 2. We're going to be doing a lot of word studies this year. This is something new that we haven't done before. So let's look over the format of how a word study is done. This one we're going to be doing the whole thing together, but in the future you're going to be doing more and more of this by yourself. So at the top it says word study on weather. So first we look up the word in Webster's 1828 dictionary. And this is what it said about weather. It says it's a noun, which is a person, place, thing, or idea. Then it says, number 1 definition, the state of the air or atmosphere with respect to heat or cold, wetness or dryness, calm or storm, clearness or cloudiness, and the like, meaning and other things like that. It can mean also a change in the state of the air. So what we would then do is we would look at that first definition and underline key words that are in there that we also want to look up. So look at that for a minute and see what you think you might underline. Words that you might want to know more about what they mean. So in this one, what we're going to underline is the word air and the word atmosphere. And if you look down below, you'd already know that. So these key words then, within the definition, are defined. Air, you see where I am, where it's air in big block capital letters? It's also a noun, person, place, thing, or idea. Number 1 definition, the fluid which we breathe. And number 2, the body of air surrounding the earth is called the atmosphere. Okay, then we're going on to atmosphere, which is also a noun. And the definition is the whole mass of fluid consisting of air, aqueous, that means water, and other vapors, like water vapor, like, clouds in the sky, and that is surrounding the earth. Then we would go into a concordance, which is a book that you can look up words and see every time that word happens in the Bible. So I went to the concordance and I looked up weather. Weather's not a word that's in the Bible a lot because it's more of a modern science word, but I found a few. Let's read them. Luke chapter 12, verse 55. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, there will be hot weather, and there is. Jesus was teaching them a lesson, but he mentions the weather, so the word weather is underlined. Proverbs 25:20. Like one who takes away a garment or a coat in cold weather is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. It's kind of a saying that it's a mean thing to take away someone's coat in the cold weather, but it's also mean to sing happy songs to someone who's sad. Matthew 16:2 says, he answered and said to them, when it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. So we're mentioning several things about weather in here. And then there's a couple more verses that mention types of weather. Job 28, 25, and 26. He, meaning God, decided how hard the winds should blow and how much rain should fall. He made the laws for the rain and laid out a path for the lightning. So there's winds and rain and lightning in there. Isaiah 55:10, for as the rain comes down and the snow from heaven and waters the earth and makes it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. And then Genesis 8:22, as long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, there's the weathery things, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. So now what you get to do after this video is over, sit down and write your own personal definition in your own words of the word weather. Use the ideas from the definitions at the top, look at the scriptures, see what it says to you about a good definition for weather. And then at the bottom, your personal application. How does knowing these things about weather help you know God better? So what is there in those verses about weather, the last 3 verses, that would help you know God better? There's some things in there about God. I'll give you a hint about His taking care of us and His faithfulness. His taking care of us and His faithfulness are in there. Look for what it says to you about weather. And we'll see you again. Oh, forgot one more thing. There's a second page, science number 3, called How Much Do You Know? So this is for you to do by yourself. List as many different forms of weather or weather conditions as you can think of. You should be able to come up with at least 10. Look at Webster's definition of weather on your science number 2 worksheet, the word study one that we just did, to help you. If you can list more than 10, keep going. Put some more over here on the side. And then at the bottom, where do we find water on the earth? What sorts of places is water kept or stored? There's 3 main ones. You might kind of see them in pictures behind me right here. See if you can think of the 3 main places on the earth where water sits. Alrighty. Do a good job. Bye.